Hello, and welcome to a scene for Hong Kong House of Cards. Uh, when we last saw Adam, he was falling through pane after pane of glass, tightly gripping the stone that he'd been given, and then landed on something fairly firm but soft, a bit of a thump. There was a sound of running water nearby. Not like a stream. It sounds more like a shower in the next room.
Um,
And everything hurts. Doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like anything serious has been injured, but everything hurts.
is anything broken? Actually,
Pardon?
the back at
You're breaking up, dude.
the
Um, Considering your way she's describing it, you've been falling from a height and through several glass panes.
oh, I'm
So
familiar with where I fell from. Um,
You haven't broken any major bones. There might
at
be a
least I
few
don't think so.
cracked ribs. Might be a few cracked ribs, perhaps. It's hard to tell. But
Adam's never broken a bone, so
yeah, so no. No, there's nothing broken. Your chest aches. It kind of hurts to breathe, but mostly lots and lots of small cuts.
okay. Um, I have all
And
my
you
things with me that
feel,
I was taking with me to Kyoto, right?
pardon?
I have all the things with me that I was going to take with me to Kyoto.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
At the
Uh,
moment, you feel physically drained as well. You feel
I'm gonna
very
spend a
exhausted.
willpower and will myself to grab my phone and make a phone call.
Okay. Are you going to look around where you are?
Nope. He just knows that he's in a lot of pain and doesn't care where he's at. He's going to call this person because it's a little known fact. But if a man hears the voice of the girl that he likes and she just goes, "Aw," doesn't matter what you're doing. You could be getting the hell beat out of you, and you're like, "Okay, I've got a second one. I'm good."
Okay.
oh my god.
So Adam's calling Shu.
Yeah, you hear the phone going off. You hear a phone going off very nearby.
Okay.
As in, it sounds like it's about 3 foot away. It is closer than the shower.
Okay. He kind of just sits there. And he's
And
gonna take the arm that's used holding the phone and use it to cover his eyes.
uh-huh.
Because, yeah, bright light.
And the phone has not been picked up, but he's still going to hear Zhu's voice. Adam?
Wait, the phone. What?
The ringing on the phone that you've got to your head.
Okay.
There
The
was a
phone that
phone
I'm
ringing.
holding is ringing, and the phone that I'm hearing ring is ringing.
Yes.
And you
And they're
hear
both
Jude's
still
voice in the
ringing.
room.
And Zhu has just said, Adam?
His immediate response: "This is the most perplexing situation to explain. I need help. I don't know where I'm at.
You're in my bed.
What?
You are in my bed.
I need help." Click.
Yeah, she's gonna gently take the phone out of your hand and put it on the
He's
bedside.
going to at that point, like, open his left hand and let the opal. I think it was an opal, right?
Hmm.
He's gonna let the opal drop because literally he grabbed it and clenched that thing and covered his face. Um, he's going to drop the opal and be like, "I have things for you, and I need help. I need medical attention."
Right.
That was a lot of glass.
Right.
By the way, he has officially grown a full-on beard.
Yep.
James, if you want an idea of what he looks like, look up Oliver Queen Arrow Island beard.
All right. I get the gist.
Yeah, that's pretty much what you're dealing with.
But she's going to phone Charlie.
Hello?
Could you possibly see if you can find Bosco and Adrena?
No,
Adam,
I don't need them. Like, Charlie can hear him in the background. I don't need them. I have things for you, and I need to go do things.
He looks in pretty bad shape. We could probably use a healer.
Problem with that, our healer is dealing with the seasonal lethargy right now. He's more than likely asleep, and Adrena is on base. I'll be there in a minute. Just a second. You hear some wrestling. You hear his voice, Charlie's voice again. Hey, Riker, I'm heading out. He's back. And Riker's voice comes up comes up. Okay. If you punch, hip slap him for me. This dude really needs to do some figure out how to do things a little bit more simpler.
And she was going to hang up the phone.
It'll be Charlie will hang up the phone, and he's going to use the Umbra to get over to Shu's apartment.
Okay. And Shu is going to kind of brush back the hair from Adam's face a little.
Oh, it's long now. It's long and in his face, and there's lots of it, and it looks like shit.
Yep. Doesn't change
Adam
the fact that
right
she's
now
checking
is not.
Doesn't change the fact that she's checking that he hasn't taken any major injuries to the face, which are likely to need help quicker.
Yep. He's like, I have. Hi. And he smiles. I missed you. I have things for you. She said you wouldn't understand, and I had to give them to you.
Okay. But if we could just try and sort out a few of these cuts, that might be an idea.
Okay.
You will probably notice that she is currently wrapped in a towel.
He actually is not going to pay attention to that.
Okay.
That is part of his stuff.
Yep.
To be respectful. And as much as he wants to do that, he's just like, no, I don't need to. This would be bad. Plus the whole he knows things now that he didn't know before.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, no, I need to give you something.
Okay. And
He's going
to kind of help him sit up slightly and fluff the pillows out, despite the fact that he's currently bleeding all over them.
He's gonna kind of get the opal, like slowly moving, wincing as he does, and present the opal to her.
And
She said,
she'll take it from him.
She said it's yours, and I guess you know what to do with it.
Not especially. She takes a look at it, and it almost seems to uncurl in her hand. Because it turns back into the kitten that you saw that turned into the opal. The weird, slightly blue kitten. And the kitten's just going to start climbing up Zhu's arm, which makes her wince slightly, because she's not wearing anything for it to climb.
Right.
But
it's a kitten. It's not like a hardened cat where it's like, yep, I'm a fucking tear you up.
Nope. It's It stings. You can probably see like small, very, very thin lines of blood here or there, but mostly it manages to get up without too much damage. And it's just going to climb onto her shoulder, rub its cheek against her cheek, and purr. And you'll hear this, and this will be the point at which Charlie will be able to arrive because presumably he's hurried through the Umbra.
Yeah. In the private, the group chat, I sent you why he took the Umbra.
Yep.
All right. Charlie's going to appear in the bedroom with you two after he's looked for y'all in the Umbra, and he sees y'all in the bedroom.
Mhm. And yeah, Adam is cut up something bad apart from his face. He's managed to protect his face, but none of them are that deep.
He'll look off to the to his side and just nod, and Deb, that particular entity is in your control, and
Yeah.
all he's going to say do is go over to Adam and just sit down on like at the edge of the bed and be like, dude, what the heck did you get up to?
Meanwhile, the cat on Zhu's shoulder, like I said, it's rubbing its cheek against her cheek, and it purrs. And all the three of us in the room hear this. It sounds soft, but at the same time certain, and it just says, "Mine."
Charlie's not going to disagree with that.
Adam looks at Charlie.
Meanwhile, Adam's wounds have suddenly. It feels like you've been washed in water.
Okay.
Feels like you've just had water rush across you. Sends a slight shiver down your spine, but all your wounds have sealed up. They've stopped bleeding. You can still see where they were, but they've stopped bleeding, and you still feel exhausted though. You know, like when you've got the flu and you just feel like you can't really handle moving. The cane is easier, but you still feel absolutely exhausted.
Right.
He channels a point of gnosis to the spirit and nods and says thank you. Do it.
So yeah, it's gonna, nod back and go on its merry way. Not that you can see it right now because it's on the other side of the gauntlet, but yeah. The cat, on the other hand, is going to jump down onto the bed and walk right over Adam's legs to get towards Charlie.
Okay.
And she was going to say to Charlie, be careful, I think that's a spirit. Keep an eye on Adam, though. I need to put some clothes on.
Alright. He just looks down and says in spirit speech to the cat, hello.
Hello. Which, of course, Adam doesn't understand because he's the cat purring at him. You're part of the Sentai, aren't you?
Yes, I am. I am Charles Lee, Druid of the Fianna, and Lantern of the Sentai.
And it's going to wander over, butt its head against your hand.
He'll lift it up. It's basically it's out of reaction reflex because he's dealt with cats with this behavior before and just let it go up underneath his hand.
Mm-hmm. and it's going to let you stroke it 3 times, and then it's going to start climbing up your jumper or shirt or whatever you're wearing.
You let it do this.
And when it gets onto your shoulder, it's going to rub its cheek against your cheek, and again, her. And this time, Adam will hear it again because this is something that all of them will hear. It will just be the word mine.
Out of
Adam will reach
character.
over and pet the cat.
Pardon?
Adam will reach over and pet the cat.
And what was your question, James?
Out of character. Did we just get claimed by a totem?
Uh-huh. Or so it would appear.
Certainly seems like it.
Yeah. Umbral lore.
Umbral Law, yeah. Intelligence Umbral Law. Difficulty 6.
3 successes.
Cat totems are notorious for coming and going as they please, including choosing people.
Okay.
Sometimes they will show up and they will just go, right, you need a totem. I'm a totem.
Let's do
Sounds
this.
good.
Yeah, let's do this.
Yep.
Charlie will let the cat do this and say to you, I think we have a campo join our ranks in the Sentai. And this
Wait,
campo,
he's looking at you?
no, he's not looking at you.
Okay, I was going to say, Adam slaps the shit out of Charlie.
He's
No,
not
Just
looking,
like slaps his face for turning.
he's not
He
even.
did go through to the bathroom to put clothes on.
Yeah.
I thought you said for Charlie to watch Adam. He grabbed her clothes from the drawer and went back into the bathroom to
Yeah. Well, for one, dude, he's not gonna look. Considering, yeah, she's elegant and everything, but you know, out of character who he's claimed by. He's not really going to do that.
Yep. But Charlie didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. He knows he's claimed. He just doesn't. Yeah, he's not gonna question it.
And
How
he's
if he
just
can't
claimed the
remember who
second
he's
time.
claimed by, does he remember?
He doesn't remember who he is claimed by, but he has faint. It's like that instinctual thing. He know, he's somebody's, but he doesn't know who it is, unless he got enchanted again.
And he's just been claimed a second time. This time by a small blue kitten.
As a totem patron.
Yep.
So
That's all Charlie will yell over. Apparently, the Camfolk brought the Sentai our Sentai totem.
And you will emerge from the other room wearing clothes that kind of look slightly damp because she didn't have time to dry properly.
Yeah.
So she's not looking as smooth and perfect as usual, but she's clothed, so that's enough.
Yeah.
It seems to be the case, certainly. And she's going to go over and crouch down to look this kitten in the eyes.
The kitten is still probably rubbing Charlie's cheek.
Adam is just gonna watch you.
Yeah.
We need to talk sometime.
We certainly do. And the cat is going to say, which again Adam can't understand, but Charlie and you can both understand. The cat is going to say, I've got a deal for you.
Alright, shoot.
And he's saying this to you, but it's sat on Charlie's shoulder, so that might just be because it's hard for it to look at Charlie from where it's at.
Yeah.
So what were you going to say?
I said, alright, shoot. Basically saying, uh, what's your deal? What's your proposal?
No, the cat said, I've got a deal for you.
That's what Charlie's saying,
Oh, okay.
saying to the cat, because he doesn't
Okay.
realize the cat's not like directly talking to you.
I can help you with the island. If you will give me something in return.
Okay.
It needs to be one of the female members of your little Sentai.
There's three of them, including Shu gesturing to the door.
And it's going to be a secret. And a cat jumps down from Charlie's shoulder and pads over to look at you. He looks right back at it. And it's going to pad over to curl up next to Adam and just start purring right next to Adam's cheek.
Next to what?
Adam's cheek. He's just going to curl up,
Oh.
little fuzzy kitten style, right next to Adam's cheek. And
Yeah, Adam's gonna roll and nuzzle his face into it and close his eyes.
Alright.
And then open one eye. Cats are adorable. And close the eyes again.
they certainly can be.
He opens his eye again. This one is adorable. And again, he closes.
There's a small smirk on her face as she looks at Charlie.
He's smiling too. How about
Is.
yeah?
Huh? Adam says, turning his head to them and opening his eyes. What?
She certainly is.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Charlie gets a strong sense that this is a she.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Again, lay back into the cat.
How about we let the two our two kitties rest and we let's talk in the other room.
Adam's eyes shoot open to that, and he looks at them like his head just suddenly turns. That rapid head movement when somebody gets, afraid. He's like, "No, I have things I've got to do. I can't say." And he immediately starts trying to get up.
And
the kitty is just going to stand on his chest. He's going to get up and stand on his chest, and even the weight of the cat feels like too much to try and lift up.
Yeah.
He's come back and he's bone tired from whatever he's been through.
Charlie is going to put a firm but brotherly gentle hand on one of your shoulders to help it. Dude, even our totem is telling you rest.
I don't know, look at Charlie.
Looking him dead in the eye. Whatever you have to do, you can do it after you get your strength back.
And the cat is going to purr, which sound actually understand what it says. It does sound like it's agreeing. And Charlie and Shu are going to hear. He'd probably stay put if you held his hand.
Adam's like, "No, Charlie, I've got to go, man. I've got to get the website set up. I've got to get this all going."
And Zhu will simply sit down on the bed next to him and take hold of his hand.
Adam will look over and stop immediately to speak.
Charlie is going to go to the other side and do the same thing.
He raises an eyebrow at you. What are you doing?
It seems that our totem wants you to stay here. And she's going to give his hand a gentle squeeze.
He looks at Charlie. Charlie,
Yeah.
you can do me a favor, buddy. I need
Alright.
this favor. You're gonna go to Miss Tannenbaum.
Okay.
You're going to give her some capital. And I'll pay for whatever you give her. But I need a computer guy.
Right. I'll see what I can do.
Okay, cool.
I know some people.
Okay, good. I'm changing my business. I'm giving up everything it was.
Kind of figuring that, considering Riker has actually rehired all your concubines that were at the brothel, and they're out working out at the club.
Yeah, no, that endeavor is not where I need to be. Not the person I need to be. That's not what the spirits want me to be. That is not who I am supposed to be.
And the kitten's going to purr and rub its little tiny kitten nose against your nose.
Adam's skin is mended, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I say mended. It's scabbed over.
Okay.
Yeah, the water spirit had a heal charm to you.
What side is Charlie on?
The opposite side of where the one was you that you took.
No, really? Damn.
Whatever.
On your left side, which is the right side of the bed facing you.
Okay.
Just
which
going
shoulder
by
is it?
how I imagine the layout of the room and where she would have sat. So.
Deb, which shoulder is it? That's all specified.
It is actually on Charlie's side, yeah.
So, yeah, that's what I was verifying. I'll let you do it because you are the master of descriptions of this spirit stuff.
It's a bit hard to see under the blood, but it does look like there's something unusual on Adam's shoulder.
Hey, Shu, do you have any like washcloths and like a bowl to put some water in?
She'll
looks
nod
over.
and,
So I can start working on at least getting his upper body, because he doesn't look like he can probably get up easily.
Any razor. That's what I need.
and she's going to go and she'll fetch a bowl, 2 washcloths. She doesn't actually have a face razor, as you might be surprised to know. But she does bring back a pair of scissors. So, might not be shaved, but she can at least kind of trim it.
It'll manage for now.
Yeah. It will be trimmed along with the hair, probably.
Uh-huh.
Just to clarify for Charlie's knowledge, it looks like Adam's been through hell. Like his demeanor, his everything, just looks like he got tossed through the ringer.
Yep.
And then thrown through a sheet of glass.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or 8.
Yeah. At the when he said the upper body, he's when he looks down at your legs, considering you're probably in rags from going through sheets of glass.
No, he's actually in a sleeveless hoodie, and that is cut to shit. And his pants, the entire bottom up to the bottom of his calf is like just frayed as fuck.
Yeah, he's going to at least help you into your where you're just in your boxers, and so he can also get your legs.
Okay, I'm gonna say this again. Charlie and Adam have been intimate. Adam doesn't wear boxers, bro. He's commando.
Oh, okay. You didn't say that.
Sorry.
Um,
It's a thing.
As you will notice when Charlie pretty much like gets Adam where he's in his birthday suit, he doesn't bat an eye that he's naked, and just basically.
Surprisingly, neither does you.
If she wants to do perception empathy on Charlie, she can.
She already knows about what.
Yeah, she doesn't need to. She's very well aware Adam and Charlie were
Okay.
But
Adam's
if you want to roll perception empathy as to why she doesn't give a damn, that's quite all right with you.
Sure, I'll take that.
Hold on. Okay. One success from Charlie, and one. Actually, wouldn't you say, Deb, it would the difficulty would be for that roll would be a little bit lower by now?
It would, because you know her, but that would be difficulty 6 rather than difficulty 7.
It's still one success then.
Mm-hmm.
And what's Wolf's dice?
I'm working on that. I cannot fail this. By the way, I cannot botch. I am incapable of botching.
Okay.
Five
I know,
dice.
dude. I know, dude. I play poker in the other game.
Mm-hmm. 5 dice. Diff 7, so 1 success.
What? That's actually, yeah, 1 success.
Okay. So both.
Either way it goes, one's just one success is higher than the other, but either way it goes,
Okay.
you got it.
You kind of get the impression that she's been around quite a few naked people before,
Yeah.
and that she's probably seen a lot more nudity than people might expect from the way she behaves.
Well, yeah, Adam and her had a conversation where he gathered as much.
Yeah. No, I don't mean in the she's had sex with people before. I mean in the shifters in general see quite a lot of nudity just because people don't always dedicate their clothes.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And that.
And they kind of forgo being body proud and modest, and
Yep.
it's basically like they're wearing clothes, but they're not wearing clothes.
Yep. And that she tends to be quite modest with her body, less because she has a problem with being nude, and more because she's aware of how that can impact others.
Considering the way she looks, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have things I need to do.
You need sleep.
I need sleep, but I'm not going to impose on her and sleep in her bed, because that's...
Yep, the kitten is just going to put a paw on your mouth.
Whack.
No, not whack. Just like how you might put a finger on someone's mouth, but
Yeah.
it's a kitten, so it just puts the whole paw on your mouth.
I
You can
can,
talk because it's only a paw, but
Right.
yeah. It's
His
basically
eyes
saying,
shift from where they're at to looking at the kitten, and they narrow.
the kitten is literally sat on your chest at the moment.
It's basically saying shush, shush, pesky cat human.
Yeah. And
Listen to your Sentai brother and sister. Just shush.
and you can't botch empathy rolls.
Correct, I cannot botch.
So I'm just going to say you can tell the cat wants you to stay here.
Okay.
He wouldn't budge anyway.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. I will take that.
Yep. The cat
He
wants you
wouldn't
to
have
stay
budged
here.
anyway.
And given the flick of its ear towards you and the little curl of its tail, might want you to stay here because you're in her bed.
Adam will just. But Unicorn wants me to not.
Unicorn's gonna understand, considering more than likely what you went through. He's just gonna give you credit to most of the challenge, dude.
No, most of the challenge still is not met. I have things to do. I will stay here for now.
And also,
And as soon as he says that, the kitten kind of sits up, looks a bit proud with itself, kind of fluffles its fur, and says, well, it kind of chirps, but Charlie will definitely hear, and I've got things to do too, and we'll just kind of stand up, trot off the bed, and disappear through the door like there was a cat flap in it, but there is no cat flap.
okay.
Adam looked after the cat. Uh-huh. Let me just get you a nice saucer of milk 3 times a day.
Yeah. Okay.
Or a warm fire to lay by.
So you're on your feet. I'll get
I
the
can't hear anybody. Hold on.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Well.
Literally did a dive to prevent my tablet from falling.
Okay, so she was going to go back to cutting Adam's hair,
And
she's tucked a towel underneath like his shoulders and up to catch most of the hair.
yeah.
Adam looked at her. I was weak. I failed. I was weak.
You kept dreaming.
He looks at Riker and kind of gives this wry
Charlie?
half smile. Yeah, Charlie, sorry. He's like, I did stop. That's the problem. All of this mess, the blood bonding from the vampire, all of this wouldn't have happened if I hadn't stopped.
Well, at least you're dreaming again, and you're trying again. That's what counts. And speaking of Riker, he's going to be willing to help you readjust your business, because he actually has his own gift challenge from Unicorn Crew.
Okay.
Also, perhaps you are here to learn that sometimes we are given weaknesses so that we may test others' strengths and so that they may help us.
Adam just looks at her. And he's just, at this point, staring into her eyes.
And she'll stop cutting for a minute to look back.
I understand. He looks at Charlie. Can you go get me a sandwich? Like, can you run to Subway and get me a sandwich? Be back in, like, 5 minutes.
Sure.
Like, I don't care. A tuna. Tuna sounds amazing, actually, right now.
Sure.
Okay,
He
cool.
finishes up and brings out the rag he was working with, and
By the way, when you started cleaning the blood off Adam's shoulder, there is a paw print under there, and it looks. You know how on tan skin, scars tend to look kind of whitish and slightly silvery.
yeah.
This looks more slightly gold, but it does also still look like a scar. And it is a tiny little paw print.
I know I don't really need to roll this, but I'm going to anyway. Umbral lore and intelligence umbral lore.
That's my boy. That's my boy. Get it, buddy.
Hold up.
Ain't no thing about a chicken wing, man. Come on. Make this roll your bitch.
1 success, if it's standard.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I recognize it as a brand.
Yep. He has definitely been marked so that anyone can see it. And it's definitely been left by a spirit. Probably connected to that cat that was hanging around.
Don't know if there's going to be a roll to see if I can. Would there be a roll to see if I can recognize like the emotion that was put into the brand?
Perception, empathy, or perception, primal urge depth.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right.
It's the only thing that makes sense because what you're looking for is essentially perception, empathy on a spirit that's not there currently,
Yeah.
or at least isn't. You know. Yeah.
Perception primal urge makes sense.
Hold on, that was a fail.
So, yep. Nope. No clue.
It was a fail, not a botch. So he does a double take, and on the second look, he gets 2 successes.
You get a feeling of affectionate possession.
Like a mom?
Kind of, but not. So like a mother cat and a kitten, but also like but it's just kind of rolled up with the sensation of like a mating connection rolled up with family rolled up with just all of that kind of affectionate possession rolled into one.
Basically, like if I like did the same thing on his brand to Stag. Kind of.
Pardon?
Like if he did the same check on his brand, his travel brand for Stag.
Pretty much, except Stag being male and you being male and Stag not really.
It wouldn't be the mating. It would be more of
Yeah.
along the lines of.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like that, but with a side of sensuality in it. But it is very similar, yes.
Adam.
Tuna.
Yeah, tuna and that.
Sashimi sounds good too.
Yeah, I'll bring you your some fish.
Okay.
You do do you know that you're somewhat claimed in a what it's, I could tell is a joint custody thing with another totem.
Look, all I know is I
Looking,
have a job to do, and I know what I've got to do, and I know the people I've got to talk to about it.
he's listening to you, but he's looking directly at that brand.
I've got some things I've got to do. That's all I really can say right now.
He'll nod.
Oh,
Uh,
well, that's it.
as he walks out, he he'll
Before you
tell
go,
Adam congrats.
sorry?
Sorry. As he's walking out the subway in a sushi place, he's going to tell Adam congrats on the getting a, tribal a matron,
Thanks.
and he walks out.
She was going to say, if while you're doing that, if you could contact the other members of our Sentai, they may want to expect a cat.
I'll try. I'm already giving a mass text, considering we kind of need to tell them that we have a new member.
What new member?
Anyways, looking towards Adam.
Adam looks at him, confused as shit.
Dude.
I'm not certain if he is to be included in our Sentai or not. That is something we will have to discuss, but he has certainly
Fuck
been
is this?
Yeah.
claimed by the same totem.
Yeah. Or at least, I'm not. I'm kind of saying we need a meeting to decide on him being a full member.
I haven't even asked to be a part of this. As a matter of fact,
You're claimed by the same totem, dude.
he looks at Charlie. I don't think me being in it is a good idea right now.
I'm not saying right now, but it's going to be much later after you're done dealing with your stuff.
We will discuss it later. We will also
Yeah.
need to discuss the nature of the cat's offer. For the moment, I think food, rest, healing.
Yeah. I'll talk to you later about the paw branch issue, and I'll bring back some food.
Okay, I'll see you in like 5 minutes, dude, when you get back.
All right. He walks out.
He turns to Zhu and actually looks in her face again. I get I was reckless. You were right. And I was weak. And I couldn't get over my damn self. Enough to fix what needed to be done. And for that, I can never apologize enough. Because you deserve better than that. Did you like the flowers?
Yes, the flowers were nice.
Did you like the poem?
It was very nice, though somewhat misplaced.
What do you
You
mean?
haven't done anything against me.
No, Dexter was a thing against you.
All you have done with the others is hurt them and hurt yourself. You haven't hurt me. At least not any more than you have by hurting yourself.
What do you mean?
I tried to explain before. When I was explaining about the birthing pains, and about the danger that it posed. And you said that you would take the risks. I tried to explain that it it doesn't always even matter. If you survive, you will suffer
Oh, what?
the loss of the other one.
If I survive what?
If a parent survives the birthing pains and the other doesn't,
It doesn't
they may
matter.
be unharmed, but they will still be hurt.
It'll emotionally kill someone. Look, I ran into things a little hastily. I get it. I get why your hesitation. I do. I honestly do. Because it's the same reason that I could never solidly date a mortal. It's the same reason I could never date or be with most things. It's the fear of being alone. It's not just that, it's the fear of oh, and it kind of grips his grips his ribs. It's the fear of being alone. It's the fear of having something that you're so sure of. And that you bind yourself by, you let it define who you are. And to be so set and happy in that, and then to just see it all crumble and destroy who you are and who you were. You want the same, we want the same things, you and I. You're just afraid to take that risk. Because you saw what it did to others firsthand.
He's going to nod.
I'm here if you want to talk about it. You and I are very similar. Love lost destroyed both our families. When I was 4, my mother passed in the birthing process of my sibling. And I was left there with my father. And he became very sad. And his sorrow led to anger. And his anger led to hurt. And there would be nights where I just wish I'd died so that I wouldn't have to deal with going to sleep afraid of whether he'd come into my room in the middle of the night and pick me up and beat the hell out of me. And one day, I was almost out of the house. I was prepping paperwork for a guardianship for my brother, who was like 12. I was going to drop out of school. I was going to get a second job, and I was going to support the two of us and put him through college. And one day he came in while I was filling out some paperwork, and he was drunk, and he hit me. And I got angry. I got really angry. And by the way, tears are welling up in his eyes as he's saying this story at this point. And I hit him back. And he slapped me. And I hit the ground. And I got up onto my arms and turned. And that's when I woke up and realized what I was and changed. And all I could think about was how much I hated him, because he was the enemy. He was man. He destroyed everything that we were, that I am. He destroyed my home. He destroyed my family. And in that moment, I turned and I bore down on my father. And I ate from him. And then I bathed in his blood. And in that moment, I came back. It's not as if I didn't know what was going on. It was more like watching a movie. And when you come to in a pool of blood with someone like that, it's bittersweet. It's gratifying because my old man got what he deserved. There's no doubt about that. He died. My father died when my mother died. But what inhabited his body after he died needed to be destroyed. So I got up. I locked my brother's door. I told him everything would be alright, that some men would come and they would take care of him. They would take him to our aunts or our grandmothers. And I left home. And I I get it. He says as tears are kind of silently rolling down his face. I get it. I get the loss. I do. The reason I don't take anything serious, as far as that's concerned, because if I took everything serious, there would be too much sadness in me for me to give a shit and want to exist. So I understand it looks like I don't respect others and I don't think about others. And I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna work on outwardly appearing to care more. And it's not that I don't care. I use the whimsical fly by the seat of your pants to cover up everything that is dark and angry and sad inside. It's the reason I tried to leave. I can't cope with the amount of sadness that I have without seeming aloof to combat it. And if I don't do that, I will need to go somewhere because I can't handle it.
What you need to do is decide things with seriousness, but live them with peace.
Say that again, you got real quiet.
What you need to do is to decide things with seriousness, but live them with peace.
He nods.
She'll smile slightly as she pats his hand, and suddenly, the hand that is patting his hand is slightly fuzzier and with claws. But the really amusing thing is, her nose looks a little bit pointier. She's got whiskers, but her face still looks fairly human. But suddenly fox ears, and one of them is twitching slightly.
Wait, say what?
She's just gone into Sambuhenge.
The
Glabro.
consumer equivalent of Krynos?
No, their version of Glabro. But they don't get quite so furry in the face. They kind of get a bit pointier nose and whiskers, slightly fuzzy hands with claws, but mostly
Right.
he's got these fox ears have suddenly popped up, almost Neko-like, and her tail is there, but not currently very easy to see.
He smiles and he's going to reach his hand up and kind of just caress her face. I missed you. And he looks almost like he's about to cry when he says that.
And she's just going to stroke his hair and ease out the towel with the clipped off bits and kind of put that to one side and just kind of keep stroking his hair and say, "You should rest now."
He looks at her. Lay with me till I fall asleep.
She'll look like she's considering something, but then with a bit of a sigh, almost as if she knows she probably shouldn't. She's just going to kind of shift back into Homid and lie down next to him. Mildly
Hell.
awkwardly, but
Do what?
mildly awkwardly, but then she's still fully clothed. And she will kind of take before she does that, she'll take a blanket and cover Adam up with this blanket, and then kind of lie next to him. So she's on top of the blanket and he's underneath, but he's got his arms free.
He's gonna roll over and just hold her, and and he will go to sleep. Actually,
So Charlie's gonna arrive back to Adam falling asleep, and Jude's just kind of lying there being hugged. She'll give him a small wave.
He'll wave back, and when he and he'll put this Subway and box a sandwich and a glass of water onto the bedside table and a box of sushi.
And she'll mouth thank you.
He mouthed back, "You're welcome." He whispered where her predator hearing can hear her, but he can't. Finally fell asleep, did he?
She'll give a small nod. Because, you know, him whispering is one thing, she's right next to him.
Yeah. Well, it's basically he's talking to where her hearing can hear it, but with Adam's hearing, he can't disturb him.
Yeah, but if she tries talking back, he's a lot closer.
Yeah.
He'll just give a small nod.
Yeah, he'll whisper again. Don't know how to describe it. It feels like a mixture of a mate and a tribal brand.
She'll nod.
It was like a mix of mom and whatever spirit gave him that mark. Claimed him as a tribal kid or a mate. And it was like a mix of both feelings in one.
She'll look thoughtful, but they can't really discuss it with the fact that she's currently being hugged by a sleeping cougar.
Yeah.
So she'll attempt to gently get out of the hug so she can go and talk to Charlie. But I'm very much guessing that even in his sleep, Adam will just end up squeezing her tighter.
Yeah.
Should she move? Yes.
Yeah.
She's going to Charlie's just going to smile at that and say, "We'll talk a little bit more more in depth later."
I mean, for reference, there are times when he will like nuzzle into her and kind of just whimper. Like it almost comes across as like there are times he's having nightmares, but then there are other times when his body relaxes and he seems fine.
Rob. Is there anything else that you want to do with Charlie before you disappear?
Since this, I don't think so right now. It's like 50-50. He basically is one of those. He's got that look of he wants to share in the moment, but it's not his to share. It's yours and his.
Well, if you have that kind of a look on your face, Zhu's just going to kind of gesture for you to come over.
Alright.
By the way, wait, no, you're were creatures. You guys are naturally warm as shit, anyways.
Yeah. Basically, it's turning into a wolf pile, dude. Sorry. Yeah. It literally stamina plus probable urge. I'm returning the favor. Sorry, dude.
Yep.
And that's an instant shift.
Yep.
And
wolf over the top.
Well, near an instant, there's like 2 10s in there. When he gets to his Lucas form, he is going to lay across both of you. And basically do the wolf equivalent of these are my humans.
Yep.
And just lay there.
And with with them all kind of dozing off, and you very much hoping that Charlie did contact the others while he was out of the place.
Yeah, he would have had sent a mass text to Sentai that Adam's back. He brought a totem with him for the Sentai back with him, and we have a lot to talk about.
Okay. So with that, there the scene will end.